A wonderful new comedy named The Terminal reunites the team of Tom Hanks and Steven Spielberg in the story of a man without a country, a traveler whose nation ceases to exist while he's in the air. Hanks plays Victor Navorsky, whose heart is big, but whose English is limited. He lands at Kennedy Airport, where an immigration official, played by Stanley Tucci, explains that he can't enter the United States, but he can always remain indefinitely in the International Arrivals Terminal.
See, you don't qualify for asylum, refugee status, temporary protective status, humanitarian parole, or non-immigration work travel or diplomatic visas. You don't qualify for any of these things. You are, at this time, simply unacceptable.
Victor settles down to life in the terminal. He learns how to collect quarters by returning luggage carts, and he's allowed into an airport employee's poker game after agreeing to a security inspection.
Okay, so you are clean.
Good. Let's play cards.
I will have money, but Friday.
Don't worry about it, Victor. We don't play for cash. We play for unclaimed items from the lost and found.
Catherine Zeta-Jones plays a flight attendant who finds Victor sweet, and she's touched by his story. The immigration guy pumps her for information.
You are the kind of woman who can get any guy she wants. Why Victor Navorsky?
That's something a guy like you could never understand.
There's enormous imagination and invention in the terminal, which is entirely filmed on one gigantic and brilliant set for which Alex McDowell will surely win the Oscar. Spielberg spins out lots of parallel storylines, and Hanks makes this stranded oddball into a lovable hero. Thumbs up for me. I love this movie.
You know, I love this movie as well. This is the first time in my life I wanted to spend more time in an airport terminal. And Spielberg is just such a brilliant filmmaker. The things he does with light and with motion and some amazing tracking shots. I mean, he just continues to surprise us as a filmmaker. He's obviously a great filmmaker. And Hanks does so many wonderful things with body language and then how he learns the English language. And I love the fact that this film lets us get to know airport characters. I mean, people who work in an airport, let's face it, most of the time when you're in an airport, you couldn't care less about the employees unless they're getting in your way. But there are people who do this for a living, and you really get to know them.
What goes on backstage. You know, it never occurred to me, and it should have, that this was a set. I figured they must have cleared the terminal from midnight to 6 a.m. every morning. It looks totally real. It's so big. He used 2 747 hangars to build the set.
It's fantastic.
And it's really convincing, and as far as Hanks is concerned, sometimes when an actor is doing an accent, you get kind of tired of it. Here, you really just sink into that character and you get to know him and love him. And Spielberg says he was inspired by the French comedies of Jacques Tati. He wanted Hanks to have space and room to create a character over an entire arc of a film, and he does.
He does, and it also reminds me of the best of Frank Capra's work as well.